Hey, our webinar. We're so excited to have you joining us. I want to first of all just introduce myself. My name is Ariane Morgan, and I am so excited about this upcoming week that we have with Tranont and excited for this year. Of course, can you believe January is already 2/3 over? Holy cow. And you know what? That's how fast time goes when you're having fun. So we are having fun. We have a lot going on this week. I first of all want to thank everyone for your sympathies for the passing of my grandmother and for your understanding of rescheduling our Julius Henderson workshop this weekend. It happens to all of the services for my grandmother happened to be at the exact same time that we had those workshops, and I appreciate your understanding. We will be getting out rescheduled dates for that workshop this week, so make sure to watch our Facebook group and our Facebook page. We'll also be sending you out an email. And what you're seeing here on your screen is a new website that we are having built, and it's not quite live yet, but we wanted to give you a sneak peek of what you're going to be able to send people to. This is changelife.me. There will be a lot of great information in here so that we can clearly message this amazing mission and vision that we have for Tranont. Lance and I were privileged to go a couple weekends ago to the VP Summit with all of the VPs and the executive staff at Tranont headquarters up to a beautiful mountain cabin in Utah, and it was a great weekend. But what I loved the most about that weekend is hearing the vision and mission from our executive team, from our CEO, Lauren Berry, from our CFO and COO, Russ Lucy, and I loved hearing from the mission and vision from our president, from Scott. And we are just so lucky to have these three gentlemen. Their backgrounds are absolutely incredible. What I loved hearing from them is that these guys do not do anything unless they go big. And every single thing they've ever done in their life, they push through and take it to the most successful place possible. What I also like is that they've already changed an industry with personal trading. If you've heard of Ameritrade or E-Trade, they were instrumental in creating those kinds of changes in that market. And what we are doing with Tranont is truly changing the network marketing industry. Lauren's vision as our CEO is to have Tranont be the largest marketing company in the world, and I know that we're going to do that. So Lance and I wanted to create a website that really shared that vision that we are helping people not to just make more money, not to just grow the money that they're making, but that we want to help people change their life. So you're going to see right here up on the screen, it says, welcome to Tranont Change Life Academy, and that's going to encompass all sorts of different areas of life. We're going to have different workshops, different events. There's going to be a section on this website for members only, and you're going to be able to see some great event dates. So we are going to be putting out some events that are going on. We have some going on this week that we want to make sure that you're inviting people to. This Thursday at my home, I'm doing a mom management workshop from everything from time management to freezer meals to home organization. That's going on at my home this Thursday at 7 p.m. We'll get more information out to you on that. If you haven't seen that online, there'll be an email going out. This is going to be a great way for people to start to see the types of information that we offer. And of course, we offer everything from life strategies and business strategies to financial strategies. And this is the reason that I left a huge organization and a six-figure income to come to Tranont, because we are offering people what they truly need in life. The things they're going to all of these other network marketing companies for, truly, but they're having to sell and auto ship a product that's filling up their garages, and they're having to try and convince their family and friends to buy these products so that they really can be a part of something that will help change their life. And I've always thought, why do we talk about these products being the vehicle to achieve the mission that we all want in our life, when really, why don't we just have the mission be the vehicle? And that's exactly what we're doing with Tranont. So we have that going on this Thursday, which will lead people in to being able to see the benefits and see the vision and see the mission for Tranont and for being a Tranont member. Now, this Friday, corporate is putting on a fantastic event with one of the top leading financial experts in really probably the world, definitely in the U.S. Don Blanton will be coming in. He is the founder of the Circle of Wealth company, and Don has been training financial planners, financial strategists for, gosh, decades, and he will be coming and actually putting on a live financial analysis review for a couple, and really the title of this workshop is Where Are You Losing Money? So this is going to be a great workshop for you guys to bring guests to, of course, to bring Tranont members that are already in your organization to, but really to bring people and to get them excited about the financial aspect and the financial education that Tranont brings. Another thing that I'm very passionate about, I came from a family that, you know, my dad worked hard. He was an artist, so you can tell we were just loaded. And my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and they came from families that didn't have a lot of money. And I love Lauren Berry, our CEO's mission, and his passion really is that people who don't have a lot of money, they're not in that top, 10% of the wage earners in our country, they don't have access to the education that people in that bracket have. When you start to make more and more and more money, then all of a sudden your bank assigns you a personal banker, and you start to have financial advisors and planners that want to do business with you because, frankly, they want to do business with people who have money, because that's how they make money. And it has been a sad fact in our country that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And we know that the reason that people in third world countries live the way they do is because of a lack of education. Well, our financial economic situation in our country is our third world aspect, because we're not showing the masses how to make more money. In fact, I saw something online today that said every single person out there should try and get a 15-year mortgage and should try and pay off their house. Well, that's one of the worst financial decisions that people can make. But people don't know that. Why? Because we're in a scarcity mentality. We're in a poverty mentality with our money. We're in a third world mentality with our money, that we think that we just need to, strap down and really get into a place where we can survive. And so we're really, really excited to show people and to show the masses how to thrive financially, how to thrive in their life, how to thrive in a business if they choose to build that, especially with us, with Tranont, and we're really excited to show them those kind of things. So Friday is going to be a great way to show people that even the everyday average American can have financial education that's available to some of the elite of the elite of the elite of our country. We're bringing that to them. So Friday from 6 to 10, I believe we have an address for that. We'll be posting that as well. It's going to be in Sandy, Utah, and we really want you to come and encourage you to bring as many people with you as well. It's a great date night to get out and to take control of their finances. In fact, another article I was reading this weekend talked about that people and couples who are financially stable have happier marriages. And people who have happier marriages tend to make more money. So if we can start that cycle and help educate people on how to have more financial health, and that doesn't mean that they have to be millionaires. They can be financially healthy, making $30,000 to $50,000 a year. But it's specific tips and tools of the industry that have never been offered to people before, that people like Don Blanton will be teaching live to a couple, and really will open up everybody's eyes in the audience of what they can do and where they're losing money and how they can stop up those holes in their money bucket. Okay, the other thing that we have going on this week, this Saturday, January 31st, I will be conducting an organizational workshop. This is for all those people out there who, especially at the new year, it's one of the top New Year's resolutions, is to get organized. So one of the things that we're using these free workshops for is a little taste test of what people can experience by being a part of the Tranont culture. And what I've seen over the last 20 years is that when you can bring people to a workshop, to a group of people where the energy in the room is high and everything's exciting, then you're going to see a huge explosion in your organizational size. So if you bring people on Thursday, they become a Tranont member, they're going to be able to come to this workshop on Thursday. And of course, as a Tranont member, you have VIP passes to bring non-Tranont members to experience what Tranont is all about. So watch for that email from Lance and I today with all of our workshops that we have going on this week, the locations, and some great things coming up in February as well. Something else we want to give you a little heads up on so you can save the date is the first weekend in March, March 6th and 7th. This will be our first Tranont couples weekend, and we're excited to do that. We're excited to get people to Las Vegas, Nevada. More information will be coming out in the next week or so, and we're going to have a fantastic time. Now, does somebody need to have a spouse or a significant other to come? No, everybody's welcome, but we will be focused on how to, as a couple, have a life vision, couples communication, couples financial planning. We're going to be having some really fun personality workshops, get to know your couple, your spouse, your significant other, or for those people who are single, you know, how to get to know somebody so that they don't have to be single if they don't want to anymore. And then love languages and how to know your spouse's love language. Because again, spouses, couples who are happy tend to have more money. And when you have more money, of course, with the tools that Tranont is offering, then of course you're going to be able to grow that money and to change life for the better for your couple situation. So that's going to be a great weekend. We can't wait, and watch for more information. But save the date, March 6th and March 7th, that first weekend in March in Las Vegas. It's going to be a great weekend. Okay, one of the things that I wanted to just quickly cover this morning is about building your organization. One of the things that I was most excited about with Tranont is our compensation plan on the residual side. Of course, we're the first company ever to offer a dual compensation plan. That's huge. Everyone you know in network marketing, or who has ever been in network marketing, or people who have ever even looked into network marketing, this is something that you want to talk to them about. And the other thing I loved about our dual compensation plan on the residual side is that we don't have to stockpile, like I said, people's basements or garages full of lotions, potions, or pills, full of inventory, full of auto ship that, you know, they just can't use that product fast enough. By having a Tranont membership, you're still accessing the very best of the residual income without burdening the people who are joining this company with having a whole bunch of products that, yes, they kind of like, but maybe not really, and they certainly can't use it fast enough, which tends to lead people to canceling those auto ships, which then decreases the size of your team. Well, with Tranont, we are offering a membership that if they had to go out, these people that you're talking to, even yourself, had to go out and sign up for all these different workshops. Even what Don Blanton does with his company, Circle of Wealth, thousands of dollars that you'd have to go out to get the software and to go to his seminars, which are totally worth it. How about all of the workshops for financial education that cost thousands of dollars? And I won't even get started into the cost of personal coaching, business coaching, life coaching, therapy bills, and even workshops that help you with different areas of your life that are usually around $1,000 to $1,500 or even $5,000 to, even if you're going to look into things like real estate, you could spend $70,000 on a weekend. We're offering all of this, and as we grow and develop as a company, even more for just $115 a month. This is really an improve your life, a change your life, create that dream life that you want, have access to the education that people who are living those kind of lifestyles are offering for a very, very, very affordable price. We are taking the life improvement seminar, the financial education seminar companies that usually, again, only those elite people, only those people who say, gosh, you know what, yeah, let's dump $20,000 into this weekend can go to. Well, what about people like my parents? What about the stay-at-home mom and the artist as a dad who has 6 kids, who wants to better their life, who wants to do the right thing financially, but just doesn't have the access to the knowledge in order to do that? Well, just $115 a month is affordable for nearly everyone. And of course, for the people who it's not affordable for, they need to get involved in Tranont to start building an organization themselves. And they can, of course, with just 3 memberships that are signed up that they sponsor, they can get their membership for absolutely free. There is no other company out there like this in the world, and we're a part of the very beginning, and it's an exciting part to be a part of. So what I wanted to share with you, people have asked me over the years, Ariane, how do you do it? How do you build a team? How do you create an organization? How do you spread the word out there? How do you have that messaging out there? And I wanted to share with you my top 10 tips this week as you are out there talking to people about Tranont, as you're out there inviting people to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 3 different opportunities for you. If somebody says, oh, I can't, we have, kids stuff on Thursday, or my husband works on Thursday night, or I just can't come on Saturday, you have 3 different opportunities for people to come to 3 different amazing events this weekend that one of those 3 absolutely should work in their schedule. And, when I was inviting people to events over the last 20 years, sometimes I just said, you know what, just trust me. Just come. I will come and pick you up. Of course, your guests that you pick up are always, first of all, the most likely to attend because you show up at their house and they know you're coming. It's harder for them to back out and cancel. Also, they typically, 99% of them, join your organization, become a member on your team, because you can talk to them all the way there. You can answer their questions all the way home and get them signed up when you get to their house if they haven't signed up at the event. So if you can pick people up, that is the best thing to do. Pick up another couple for Friday night. Have a little date night. Say, you know what, we'll go out to eat beforehand, or we'll go out for a late dinner after, or, it'll be we can go out to a late night movie afterwards, but make it fun. I used to always pick people up, and then we'd go out for ice cream after the event. And, of course, I talked to them, and usually my whole carload, about 80 to 90% of them decided to join my team with those companies. So make sure that you are making it fun for them to come, that it's not sounding like a meeting, because that's not fun. Make it a girls' night. Make it a couples weekend. Just make it fun. Include food, because let's be honest, people love to eat. So that's the first thing, is make it fun. Make it enjoyable, giving people options, which we have this week. So here are my top 10 ways to really build a successful organization and to build a team quickly. So number one of the first mistakes everyone makes in recruiting, you can call it team building or organizational building, but it's all semantics. It's recruiting, right? And I always say that if, the military can recruit and headhunters can recruit for other companies, or, sports teams can recruit, then so can we in network marketing. So one of the first mistakes that everyone makes in recruiting is trying to find that one perfect, I'm using air quotes, perfect recruit. The person who would just be awesome at this. And you know what? What happens when we do that is that you overlook the other 9 people out of 10 who would have been good in the business. You've got to remember that every single person has their own characteristics and personalities, and each person with their special traits really can succeed in this business, and frankly, they're going to attract other people like them. One of the things I love about Tranont is that it's for everybody. It doesn't have to be for people who want to lose weight. It doesn't have to be for people who like cosmetics or who want to clean their homes with, chemical-free products. It doesn't have to be just for men or just for women. This is for everyone. Every single person has those special traits, and they're going to attract people who are like them, and those qualities that are their gifts are going to make them successful in the business. So focus on their strengths. Every single person can succeed in this business. So try to harness those great qualities that each person has and show them how they would succeed because of those qualities in the business. Okay, number 2, when you're recruiting, try not to think about what's in it for you, about how much money you'll make if this person succeeds. Try to think about what this business can do for them and their family. It's great to set a goal of, I want to get 100 people in my organization so that I can have X number of thousands of dollars residual from that aspect of the Tranont compensation plan. But I promise you, if you'll focus on the person, if you'll focus on what they want in their life, what they want for their family in 2015, Zig Ziglar once said that if you focus on helping enough other people get what they want, then you will get what you want. And I found that to be true. Number 3, don't wait for someone to approach you. Don't wait for someone to say, hey, what are you doing now? Or, gosh, I heard you're doing a new business. Don't wait for someone to approach you. It may happen occasionally. It happened to me at church yesterday. Somebody came up and said, hey, what's this new business that you're doing? But most of the time, it doesn't. Most of the time, you need to be approaching people about what this great company can do for them. And I'll tell you what, just be confident, be bold, be excited, because people want to follow somebody who is going somewhere in life. I've always said that nobody can follow a parked car. Have you ever tried that before? Get behind somebody who's in park, you're not going to go very far. People want to follow somebody who is going somewhere. So tell them how excited you are that you're building this great team. I used to tell people that I was building the fastest and largest team in my state. Guess how many people I had on my team when I started telling people that? 0. None. And I've been in the company for a year and hadn't added anybody to my team. So if you think, oh gosh, but I've been in Tranont for a few months and I haven't really done much yet, the past does not matter. Start telling everybody that you're building the largest team in whatever state you live in, and that you are so excited about what this company is doing, that it's going to be the largest network marketing company. It's changing the network marketing industry. So if they say things like, oh, I hate direct sales, like, oh, great, you're going to love this company then, because we are changing the industry. And I would love to have you on my team because I see X, Y, and Z qualities in you that would absolutely help you to help others. And when you help others, that's what this company is all about. We pay you for helping other people to have a great life. This is recorded, so if you want to write that down, re-listen, and write that down and practice it, I would definitely do that. Number 4, recruiting in person is the most obvious and easiest way to find new team members. There are tons of opportunities everywhere. You just have to be open to them. Things like our workshops. You can do Skype meetings with people out of town, Google Hangouts, all of these things. If you're like, I'm not very tech savvy, guess what? I wasn't either. I just had to Google it. You can find out how to do anything on Google. Somebody mentioned to me about doing a Google Hangout, and I said, a Google what? Hangout where? I didn't understand how to do all that, so I Googled it. I said, how do you do a Google Hangout? And I figured out how, and we did a Google Hangout. Was it perfect? No. Did we get new associates to join? Yes. Same thing with Skype. Somebody said, oh, we can just do a Skype meeting. I didn't say, oh, I don't know how to do a Skype meeting. I said, okay, let's do a Skype meeting. What time? She said, just email me your Skype handle. I'm like, awesome. In my mind, I thought, I don't even know how to do a Skype meeting, and I don't even have a Skype handle, but I'll figure it out. Be the type of person who is tenacious, who figures it out, who doesn't wait for somebody to tell them how to do it, but does it. Just go out there and find out. We have the internet. We have access to all sorts of different things, and you can figure out how to spread this message across the United States and soon to be across the world. You can do home workshops, home meetings. I'll tell you the way that I started to build my organization as a 20-year-old who had no idea how to build a team. I didn't know anything about business. Frankly, this was with a cosmetic company. I didn't even wear makeup. But what I did is I had power days. And I would set up a day at a coffee shop, a local coffee shop that we had in my hometown of Ames, Iowa. And I would set up from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And I would fill 4 to 5 slots per hour. So that way, if 2 or 3 people bailed, I still had 2 or 3 people there. And every hour on the hour, I told my company's opportunity to whoever showed up in front of me. And if someone didn't come, if I had a spot where everybody bailed or maybe I didn't get enough people to that spot, then I practiced sharing the opportunity. And I got really, really good at sharing my company's opportunity. And because of that, in 2 months, I added 29 people to my team having these power days. And you know what? I just scheduled them when I could. I was a full-time college student. I was deathly shy, but I just told people, you know what? I need practice, if nothing else. And I want to share with you why I'm so excited and how I'm building the biggest organization that this company has in the state of Iowa. And I don't know if this would be for you or not in a million years, but the reason I called you is because of, and right by their name, I would list their top 3 positive strengths that I saw that they had. And I would tell them, these are the type of strengths that I have seen people to be successful in this organization have. And that's why I thought of you. And that's why I'm looking for people like you to be on my team. And I would just sit there every single day that I could from 9 to 9, or some days maybe I only had from 5 to 9 in the evening, or 2 or 3 hours in the morning, but I would make sure to fill up those time slots. And maybe that's just an old school way of building, but that's what worked for me, and it's worked for me for the last 20 years. And it's really a grassroots ground game in the beginning, building to create that momentum. That's how people who have thousands of people on their team start. They don't start with 1,000 people in a room. They start with 10 or 5 or 3 people going out to coffee, buying them a cappuccino or a Diet Coke or whatever you drink, or go to Village Inn and get a piece of pie, and they start there. And then the momentum and the compounding growth happens when you start from the beginning. So don't worry if you haven't built a team yet, if you don't have people on your team yet. You can absolutely start where you're at and grow from there. And in-person is the best way and easiest way to find those new associates, because they can feel your excitement and you can see their body language as well. Number 5, take a moment and find out what they are looking for in their life. Are they looking for extra money? Are they looking for a chance to quit and be at home? Are they looking for a career change? Are they just looking for an extra $500? Do they just want to make some extra money to pay for a gym membership or a family vacation or to put towards a college fund? And then tell them the great things that Tranont can do for them, how this company meets their needs. Find the win in it for them. Sometimes we get excited about sharing what we're excited about. Instead, we need to find out what people need and then show them how Tranont fills that need. So if you're somebody who's really excited about the financial side of Tranont, that's awesome. But maybe somebody else is really excited about maybe the time management aspect or the time management workshops that we're going to be able to do, the different aspects of Change Life that Tranont is encompassing. So focus on where they're at and show them how Tranont can fill those needs and help them change life. Number 6, when you meet someone who you really think has something to offer to the company, tell them that. Explain how they will impact Tranont and how Tranont can impact their life. You know, you may know somebody who would just be killer at this. Maybe somebody you've been in another business with before. Maybe somebody who you know has been in network marketing before. Maybe, frankly, somebody you just know who's successful in life, and you think they would be amazing, that they have a large circle of influence, and that they really have maybe a magnetic personality. Compliment people on their strengths and tell them how those strengths will impact the company, how they can be a leader in this company, and you know, really how they can help their people. That is one of the #1 reasons that people are motivated, is to help others. And telling them how they can help grow this brand new company could really be a motivator for them. Number 7, look for someone who smiles and who can get along with people, someone who loves making their life better and wants to help others change life. And you really need to believe yourself that Tranont is the best fit for them. Believe that Tranont has something for everyone that you come in contact with. I used to have a rule with my, I like that one of our top VPs, actually CEO Ron Weeks, called his previous company that he was with his practice company. I really liked that, so I'm going to steal that from Ron. So when I was with my practice company that trained me on how to be a part of network marketing, I really talked to people about making sure they knew and really believed that that company was best for them, was best for everyone they came in contact with. In fact, I had a rule that was called the 3-foot rule, and that was that any person who smiled at me and they were within 3 feet of me and I could naturally create a conversation. Of course, I didn't want to be a vulture and, you know, pounce on them. But that 3-foot rule was that every single person has something to offer, and that the company that you're with, that Tranont, really can make their life better. And having that belief, when you have that belief that this company can offer every single person you come into contact with the opportunity to change their life, then you will be able to open your mouth and talk to anyone within 3 feet of you. And of course, the reason I look for people who can smile is because I know they're friendly. And people who are friendly tend not to be rude. So especially when you're getting started, you know, 20 years ago when I was just so shy and so nervous about talking to people and stumbled over my words, I wanted to make sure that I talked to people who were friendly. So look for those people who smile and start to find out about them. And I promise you the conversation will lead in such a way that you'll be able to bring up Tranont and what you're doing and to be able to offer the opportunity to them. Number 8, make sure and show them that this business can be done full-time or part-time. Again, if you're doing this business part-time, don't assume that everybody else will want to do this part-time. If you're doing it full-time, again, don't assume that everybody else will want to do it full-time. This business, and one of the reasons why network marketing appeals to so many people, is that you can make anything you want to out of it. I promise you, though, that even if you're working this business hobby time, if you treat your business like a job and put your best into it, I always said if you treat your hobby like a hobby, it's going to cost you money. But if you treat your hobby like a business, then you can make more money than you can working somewhere full-time with hobby time hours in network marketing. When your potential associates, your potential team members see your hard work, whether that's 4 hours a week or 40 hours a week, it will inspire them. And whatever they want to do with their business, they will know that they can do it. So let people know this can be done on the side. They don't have to quit a full-time job to do this full-time, but they can if they need to or want to or desire to in their life. Or maybe they're already, you know, busy as a working mom, and they might not think that they have the time to do this, but they do. So make sure that you're telling people that. Number 9, you know what? Absolutely let her know how much time that you spent in the beginning. Let him or her know what you do to get things started with your business. Show them how profitable it can be. One of the things that I love that Lance shows people is how much they would have to invest or have to have in retirement in order to make a certain amount of money when they retire. So let's say if they wanted, and I don't know what the numbers are because I don't have the little chart in front of me that Lance shows, but let's say they had to have $6 million in retirement in order to have a $5,000 a month income in retirement lifestyle. Or they could have X number of people in their Tranont organization to have that same kind of payout. So show them the benefits of being a part of Tranont financially. Show them how much time that they could spend, and one of the best ways to do that is just to say, you know what, hypothetically, and I'm not saying that you would, if you were a part of Tranont, if you were going to build an organization and to be a part of this company and to make some extra money, because, frankly, Sarah, I'm sure that you're probably thinking of ways that you could better yourself financially in 2015. If you were to do that, even with Tranont, hypothetically, how much time would you have to spend on a weekly basis? Now, I will tell you, over the past 20 years, it has always shocked me that people will say on average between 10 to even 20 hours a week. If I'm able to show them what they can do with that 10 to 20 hours a week, how they can build an organization, and I can show them the residual income that they will get from doing that job, and then show them if they were to go get a part-time job somewhere, even making, 15 bucks an hour, which frankly is pretty good. As I've traveled all over the country, I ask in this area, how much money do people make working a part-time job? And I'll tell you that the answer typically is $8 an hour. So let's even say if they were working, 10 hours a week, making 15, making almost double that. If they're making $15 an hour, 10 hours a week, they would never be able to see the type of residual income, meaning that, gosh, if they quit that part-time job, then it's over. They're not making any more money. I love that I can say that this income that I still benefit from today by being a part of Tranont because of the education and the experience that I've gotten over the years of network marketing, something that I started as a 20-year-old college student working just a few hours a week is still benefiting me now as an almost 40-year-old, and it's exciting that that has built and built and built and has given me better and better opportunities as I've gone along with my life and with this opportunity. If they go get a part-time job, is that still going to benefit them 20 years from now, especially if they quit that job? No, it's not. So why don't we spend our time helping us to gain the most experience, the most income for our time? Time is money. Money is time. And we need to spend it doing the most profitable and really experiential way that we can spend our time in our life. Okay, lastly, number 10 is listen. So many people are desperate to talk, especially talk about themselves. I have found it in social settings. It's always something that Lance and I, after we leave a social setting, find quite humorous that most of the time nobody even asks us about ourselves. They just want to tell us about themselves. And if you've ever read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, listen. You need to become a good listener. People think that salespeople are really great at talking. The best salespeople are really great at listening for cues. You need to listen to people who listen for cues like people who want everything in life, but they can't afford the life of their dreams. Perhaps there's someone whose children have grown and have moved out, and now they're looking for the what's next stage in their life. Look for the mom who needs a little something for her. She's maybe burned out of being the taxi mom or making macaroni and cheese and watching Dora all day. Listen for people who are looking for a better job, a better paying job, a better environment, a better people that they work with, or they just flat out tell you they're looking for a career change. Look for someone who is successful at whatever they are already doing. Success is a transferable skill. That can be even a stay-at-home mom. Is she successful? Is her house organized? Does she run, 5 kids everywhere? Or it can be a successful attorney or doctor or business owner. Be bold. You are at the beginning stage of a company that is changing an industry. We're changing the financial industry, but we're also changing the marketing industry. Tranont will be the biggest marketing company in the world, and you are one of the very first people to join this revolutionary change. People are desperate to be in this kind of a position with this kind of an opportunity. Think about Steve Jobs. Can you imagine being able to be in that garage in California when it started? But guess what? I bet at that time, and I know because I've seen the movie, read the books, that people, they did not feel super empowered all the time when they were beginning Apple. How about Google, to be at the very beginning of that company, or Disney? But I can guarantee you that it didn't look huge and it didn't look perfect from the beginning. But they had a vision, and they kept messaging that vision, and they got in front of people, and they probably prayed to attract the people who would understand and support and come along with that vision. And that's what you need to do as well. So it's really important to get excited about what you're offering people. It's really important not to focus too much on where you're at right now. Lance and I have a rule in our relationship, in our family, that we always are focused 6 months ahead of things. And how would we act if we were already where we wanted to be 6 months from now? So where do you want to be at the end of June of 2015? How many people do you want to have on your team? What's the residual income that you want to be making? And how would you act? How would you be talking to people? What would you be sharing if you were already there? And it's that kind of enthusiasm, that kind of vision, and that kind of excitement that will take you there. So I hope those top 10 tips from my 20 years of building an organization, a large and successful multi-million-dollar producing organization, has been helpful for you. It really is that simple. Listen. Find out those cues. Find out what they want. Truly care about them. Share with them your belief in why they would be great, and share with them your belief and your excitement about where you're going and about what Tranont has to offer and how it really can change their life, and you're seeing it change your life already. People want to be a part of that. They want what we have to offer. We just have to get that message out. So please watch for all of the details that we're going to be sending out about the events. We will have them on live broadcast. So for people who live out of state, you're going to be able to participate through the webinar option as well. So get people in your homes, get guests, have some wine and cheese, have some appetizers, whatever, but have fun, and let's create a fantastic company, a fantastic culture because of fantastic people like you. Have a great Monday. Thanks for joining and investing in yourself, in your business, and let's make this an absolutely explosive week as we finish up the first month of 2015. Bye-bye for now.